vineyard of God. I thank God immensely for laying this burden in the heart of our Father in the Lord, the great evangelist Ozurumba Anele. I also thank him for making it a special place in the talk to ministers that we should include an area very important. We know today that in all ministries, in all churches, we find signposts, and when they mention their weekly activities, counseling is a very major area. And when we talked about it, we know that one of the things that break down ministries today is counseling. Counseling is not just what you come out from anywhere and start doing. You know, people graduate in counseling in the university. It's a course people graduate in. But here, I am not here to give a lecture, but to direct our minds towards what can help us in carrying out counseling in our respective ministries. Those are things that are needed as principles in the counseling sessions wherever. There are counselors in the universities counseling people on career. There are people in the hospital counseling sick people. There are counselors in penal institutions counseling those who are in problem. Even in family welfare, there are counselors counseling people. But you are in a special area where you mix your knowledge about the Bible, the Word of God, and advise the people. In advising the people, there are specific areas you must be aware of. These are the principles that guide counseling. Number one I will mention is individualization. Man is a very complex animal. I say so because man is the only creature God created that he gave reasoning faculty. Man has a thought, a mind to think. Man has a heart to conjecture. Man is the only animal that transforms his knowledge into the memory and uses that knowledge further as experience. Man is also the only animal that has thoughts in his mind and he verbalizes his thoughts in a structured language. Man only. So, in dealing with human beings, though they come to you for problems are multidimensional. Somebody can come for material help. Somebody can come because of the problem in the family. Somebody can come because of the wife's attitude in the house. But he comes with that problem in mind, with multidimensional other problems, not even known to him, but expects you to know. Every problem brought before your counseling table is psychosocial. It's psychosocial. So man is complex. He has come to you for a complaint. Number one, he wants you to treat him as an individual, individualization. He wants you to treat him as an individual, not as a class, not as a group. Your client comes and you say, all these Ikwere people, all these Yoruba people, this is common with Igbos. You are falling out of the line in the principles guiding it. Treat him as an individual. When he's telling you about the husband, listen. We have also principles that guide human relationship, because in every relationship, human relationship, there are principles guiding them. Those principles help you as pastors, they are also in the Word of God. I won't go very deep, but let me start with, in human relations, the H says, have self-control. The U says, understand it from other people's point of view. And the M says, make other people's interest your own. These are all principles of God, isn't it? And then the A says, accept it when you are wrong. And the M says, never make snap judgment. Somebody can hear about me, he has not seen me, but he has hated me. That's a snap judgment. I came to a station when I was serving. Immediately I came, officers were coming to tell me about the other man. Oh, you see that man, don't near him with anything about money. He will disappoint you, and so on and so forth. Immediately you take those, you have done a snap judgment. See before you start acting. So individualization means treat your client on your counseling table as an individual. As an individual. He also will be watching you, because there's a problem. Whether you will start making some movements, comparing his or her problem with another person, making he or her to know that because she comes from a special area, that is how they behave. No. Just hold your self-control. Control yourself and listen. Then, it also needs acceptance. That acceptance is not allowing her come to the office. Accepting her means making her to know that you're understanding all what he's saying and keeping quiet, listening quietly. The person coming to you also needs some degree of confidentiality. If a wife comes to tell you about the family and you start telling the husband, when you call the husband, your wife said this, then you have missed it. Keep everybody's secret. Do you know that everybody has a personality he wants to protect? I am so person. I am so person. Immediately you leak that secret, you have punctured the personality, and he will not be happy with you. Some of them are not your members in the church. They have just come to get advice from you. And your method of handling them may make them think more deeply about your ministry, or also destroy your ministry by talking, gossiping your ministry outside. When you are counseling a client, avoid judgmental attitude. No, you couldn't have done that. No. Come back. What did you say you did? No. You follow stories step by step. Step by step. Not by making know that, in fact, that you are the judge. It's coming to tell you a story that affects other people or affects herself personally. You don't show her a judgmental attitude or him a judgmental attitude. You take a middle course and control yourself and follow. You also do not enter into emotional involvement. If you're emotionally involved, when a client is before you, you know, somebody, even eye movements, will show a lot of things about your character, about your taking the message, about your understanding what she is saying, about you are solving her need. She's not only coming before you for what you think is the problem. She's also coming to you for protection. So if you expose her better than she will expect, she will avoid you. He will avoid you. Anybody you are counseling that you expose more than is needed will avoid you. no emotional movement, no judgmental attitude, acceptance, individualization, confidentiality. If you treat them with secrecy, when somebody came and he told you, it is not a matter for your pulpit on Sunday. When a client comes to your counseling table, whatever that client reveals to you is not a material for your preaching. Although you know that when you are preaching the word of God, your word touches individuals. Somebody can tell you after the church, that preaching was for me. If somebody told you a secret and you use it in preaching, you can imagine how it will be. So you keep their secret secret. Some of them can tell you what they are not. If you find out, don't make them know that you have known. Keep their secret strictly, and make them know that you are here to help. You are not here to... They need your assistance. They don't need your command. They need assistance, not command. If you start commanding, it then means you have missed the issue. Strictly following the story, strictly using your senses to know what to do. If it involves other people, know how you meet them. Outside the story she has told you, engage them. But if you start from what the other client has told you, in interviewing the person it concerns, you miss it. Oh, so this woman carried me to this pastor. Or this my husband, that is what she's discussing with this pastor about me. Then you have missed it. And you have lost that family in your enclave. There are many of them that wouldn't come again, or would even gossip you outside and break down your institution. We are ministers of God. You are ministers of God. And what you are supposed to do is from the point of view of helping through your knowledge about the Word of God. Mind you, prophecy is different from dreams. Prophecy is different from dreams. Somebody can tell you, I dreamt. You are not supposed to start prophesying. Some ministers see visions. But in counseling, you suppress certain things and use your intelligence in managing what you tell your client. Because your client is very, very, very sharp, watching you, watching your body movement, watching what you say, and watching the direction you are taking. If it is the wife, don't remember that some women do not only come for the problem they are telling you. They are coming for what they want to hear from you. So you have to be, I say, the first principle of human relation is have self-control in all. Counseling is an art that utilizes the science of human relations and skill in relationship in mobilizing capacity in the individual, your client, and resources from the community in assisting that individual solve our problem or his problem. So if you must mobilize capacity in the individual or from resources from the community, you have to be very careful, because the need your client has come to explain to you are needs that go beyond what you see. I have told you, every human need is psychosocial, not only social, it's psychosocial. And man, I told you, is a difficult being. In communicating with your client, you must be very careful what you say. In communication, there are 7 principles, all starting from C. Your statement must be concise, must be correct, must be complete, must be candid, and so on. However, we are not here for a lecture, but what I am saying is that revealing to you that there are mistakes we make in counseling our clients in our churches, and those mistakes we make also affect the standard we keep in our ministries. So it is quite interesting that we are now hearing that every individual coming before you is a person, not Igbos, not Yorubas, not Calabar people. But that is how Akwa Ibom people behave. If you did that, the client will run away from you. Don't classify people. Take everybody, especially as an individual, because his problems are by far different from the problem of the neighbor. When the woman is coming to report to you about the husband, know also that the husband has her own grievances that she will be able to tell you. But if you start by relating what the wife has told you, then you have missed it. Keep her secret, and keep the man's secret. Otherwise, both of them will agree with your name. Oh, that pastor we went to, all that I told him, he came to tell you, making that he's not a good man. It breaks down ministries. It breaks down relationship with ministers of God and their clients. There are lots of things to talk about in this, but we are not going into very deep areas because we are only directed so that whatever has been the approach you have been using, you can now know and come back and direct yourself aright and then do things as will grow your ministry and make people talk about the type of counseling they get from a man of God. A woman or a man coming to your counseling table may not be targeting visions. Oh, God has said it. God said this. God said that. No. But you have to use your own knowledge and know that that person before you has come for a problem with multi-dimensional other problems that will protect the image, the personality of somebody worth millions to that person. That if, because of attending to a counseling session, all what she said or what he said are now stories in the street, you have missed it. I would also like to say that in knowing the Word of God, in following the steps in the work of God, that our relationships, interrelationship, even with your members, even those who didn't come for counseling, means a lot. I have told you here that every individual beside you has psychosocial problems. Even within the church, within the ministry, there are people you allot assignments to. There are people you also do not allot assignments to. Do not allow the allotment of assignment to a particular people bring a problem to you. Have an open mind, and then treat everybody as the same. Not minding where they come from, not minding how they are related to you, and not minding how they greet you, and how they are very sociable. Man uses many tricks, not to talk about when Lucifer has entered into it. We have had a lot to tell us that when you are doing well in your ministry, Lucifer is not happy. So he will use many devices to come and destroy your ministry. One of them is by sending demonic agents to your counseling table. I will say that only the grace of God that can save ministers from what happens in counseling tables. Only by the grace of God can they come out of it. I have seen a man, a woman who went to a pastor. Immediately she opened her mouth to say, my husband, say, madam, thank God you came alone. I wanted to send for you. And it started from there. Not talking about the problem in the family, but dividing the family the more. Making the woman realize that the husband is not actually the God-gifted husband. So most times we encounter such things on counseling tables. So I won't take much of your time because the next session may blossom while we are here. And I know that God will give you the grace. And as you carry on your ministry, during your counseling sessions, that these things will you have a thought about these things and follow them and run away from doing things that can break and not to grow your ministry. Thank you very much.